Hey guys, it's Hill the Miser Maker. In this video we're going to talk a little bit about after I first set up my Anet A8 kit, after I got it all built and started the first print. So you'll see it from the very beginning, some of the prints that I did at first. First I start off with some that were on the SD cards that came with it. The direct G code, just straight from there without any optimization or anything. And then you'll see a little bit after I made some optimizations to get a little bit better, a little tweaking and so forth. So that's how you get started, is you do some test prints and then you start tweaking the profiles and tweaking the settings and tightening up things and figuring out what you didn't put together exactly right and just learning all about the printer. That's one thing I love about the Anet A8, is it's a great starter kit. It's cheap, and like I said, I'm a miser. I don't like spending money, so I start off cheap. And the big thing is you get to learn a lot of information about 3D printers and how they work. And that's kind of the whole point in the whole thing, in my opinion. If you're a maker, you like to build things, you like to learn how things work. And that's what's great about a kit. Now, if you just wanted to have one work right out of the box, you're not going to want a kit like this, but you're going to be spending more money too. So this is the ideal situation. So take a look at some of the first videos that I did and some of the first prints that I did. Hope you enjoy. So this is my Anet A8 kit that I put together. This is still kind of the rough assembly. This is just when I first put it together without tidying up the wires, as you can see, and things like that. I didn't tidy up these wires here. It's just kind of vanilla as I set it up. I did put the cable, whatever you want to call those, the covers on there, the wraps, to kind of keep it a little bit neater, so that's okay. I'm still using the original tape that came on it. It wasn't very smooth, but I still went with it just to try it out. Just wanted to get the first print going and see how it looked. So this is the first setup right after I powered it on for the very first time. Well, so far so good. This is the first power up. Let's see what happens. It's pretty quiet. You can see they just gave a teeny amount of filament that came with it. I like it. I have to just get used to it, figure out how to level it properly. Put some better tape on it, maybe get some glass. Cool. Here is one of the first prints I did. This was off of the SD card that came with it. It was one of the chess pieces, the Chinese chess pieces, and as you can see, it did not turn out so great. You can see a bunch of messed up stuff here, and can't even really see the symbol on there, so it's definitely needed some work. But that was one of the first prints I did just to see how it would print, so I was excited just to have it somewhat working, even though it wasn't really tuned at all. Just a little closer shot, you can see how bad it is. Here's another video of one of the first prints. Printing a test cube. And here it turned out a little bit better. I used red filament here, as you can see. I got the skirt working. You can see how it puts a little skirt around there. And you can tell that this print is much, much better. It's still not perfect by any means, but it's definitely a lot better than that first one. Not perfect, but not bad. Much better than the first test. See, here's the first one. Night and day difference. And one of the big problems on the first one was the y-axis belt was not tight enough, so I had to tighten that. So that made a big difference. Much better. Now this is one of the test prints on the card. I tried this button one here, and that obviously is terrible, so I think that's something to do with the slicer settings in Cura, so I gotta figure that out. That should turn out better. I'm gonna try that next, I guess. So here's the print of that button cover, and you can see the first one on the left there. Absolutely terrible. You can barely tell it's a button cover, although it would cover it up, and it still helped not hurt my finger. That was kind of the whole point in it. But then after tweaking some of the settings, the Cura settings, which I actually was running off of a Raspberry Pi 3 with Octoprint running on it, then after tweaking the configuration, I got this, which is a whole lot better. That is night and day difference. Once I imported the Cura settings and just used the default with a little bit of tweaks, much better. I probably could still tweak it more, but that's certainly a lot better. Look at this junk. And then this one, much, much, much better. Okay, so that's just a little bit about how I got started and some of the challenges I had at the very beginning. I got a lot more videos to show later, but that's it for right now. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time to be spending on these videos and stuff, so I just wanted to throw something up there, give you a little something to look at. Feel free to ask any questions down in the comments. Also, feel free to share as well as subscribe to the channel, and that'll help me out a lot. The more interest I see, the more questions I see, the more that gives me to make more videos from. So anyway, have a good day, and looking forward to making some more stuff. See ya.